Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking 10 turtles out of my room and moving them outside. Now, the outside pond temperature is a bit colder than in here, but I'm sure that within the next week or so it's going to warm up quite a lot from the weather and everything, and it seems like a good temperature. Tonight it's supposed to get a little bit colder, but I have heaters in their pond, so I'm going to go ahead and move them out. Now, I designed the pond so then it could be separated because not all of my turtles like one another, so they'll be strategically placed around the pond. Okay, so I'm going to start removing turtles and placing them in this tub right here. First, we have Pee-wee, the adult female red-eared slider. She's been in Charlie's enclosure because she doesn't like Susan, who's the newest arrival, who is a adult female yellow boy slider, and also I'm pretty sure that she has been wanting to lay eggs, so Charlie's enclosure is bioactive and has soil, so she could lay eggs in there. But now I'm going to go up and get Lewis and Susan out, and I haven't introduced Susan in anything yet, any videos. First we have Lewis, the adult male western painted turtle, and then here we have Susan, the adult female yellow slider, and I know she doesn't like that one, but I think they'll be alright to be in here as long as they're not in water. And now I'm going to get all the little turtles, which are two female yellow belly sliders, smaller, much smaller than Susan. Here we have those two. And then we have two painted turtles. These are Midland painted turtles, and Lewis doesn't like these guys. And then we have two baby red-eared sliders. And as far as I know, everybody is alright with these guys. So, then we have Norman, and Norman is right there, you can see him. He's mean to everybody, and even on the ground, he will chase them and try to bite them. So I'll bring him out separately a little bit later. But these are, I believe, 9 turtles. Yeah, so these are 9 of the turtles. They will go into 2 separate, different areas of the pond, and then Norman will get his own area of the pond. Okay, so these 9 turtles are going to be split up into this section of the pond, see it's blocked off by a wall, and this section of the pond. And Pee-wee, first of all, so we're gonna have Pee-wee in here. Now Pee-wee, I think this is my second longest turtle that I've had. She is an adult female red-eared slider, as I said, and she has laid eggs before, so she has an egg box. This needs to have dirt in it, but it doesn't right now, and it just has a plant in it. So it just has rock. But she's going into this section because it has the egg laying area. And then who's going in with her are these 2 Midland painted turtles. Now these guys are going to be rehomed, but they cannot go in with Lewis because Lewis doesn't like them. So they're going to go in with Pee-wee. Pee-wee doesn't, she couldn't care less, or she could, yeah, she couldn't care less about them. As you can see, this guy has a nub foot, which is pretty interesting. All of these turtles are rescues. I haven't bought a turtle in my life, okay? Every single one of these, somebody gave me to take in. So, I believe this is where the majority of the goldfish are, because these are blocked off, and I didn't exactly, I put in the goldfish first, so I'm pretty sure they're mainly in this area, which this is the largest area, so that's a good thing. And then, since there's only those, there's Pee-wee. Since there's only those turtles in here, I'm going to go ahead and add these baby red-eared sliders because, again, Pee-wee doesn't seem to care about them whatsoever. So there was Pee-wee. The 2 Midland painted turtles don't have names because they are going to be rehomed pretty soon. This is Adam, and this is Marcus. These 2 my nephews got from their, somebody on, they're related to, I don't know, gave them these 2, and their parentals didn't like that very much, so I have them, and that's why I have them. So then in here, from a little bit of testing, it seems that Susan doesn't care about Lucy and Ethel. Now, Lucy and Ethel are these two yellow belly sliders, and they should be rehomed pretty soon. And then Susan I got just the other day from someone. And then here we have Lewis. Now, Lewis is the turtle that I've had the longest. He is absolutely amazing. I love this turtle so much. His shell is like really nice, like everything. His colors are amazing, and as you can see, he's just the friendliest turtle ever. I really love this turtle. This is a Western painted turtle, and yeah, I actually had two other red-eared sliders before him, but those guys I rehomed. This guy I kept. They're going to be going into this section. Now, Pee-wee likes Lewis. They seem to do very, very well together, but I don't know. I've decided to do it this way rather than having the two Midland painted turtles in here and then Lewis over there. That's just the way that I've decided to do it. So he does just fine with, it seems like, female turtles. He does really well with. He's done fine with the two Washita map turtles and Pee-wee and Lewis, Lucy and Ethel and Susan. So he seems to like female turtles a lot. He really likes them, trust me. So he does well with that. He doesn't seem to like the two Midland painted turtles, but I'm thinking that's because they're male painted turtles. I believe they're both male. But he did fine with the two male red-eared sliders I had that I had just talked about. He did fine with those, so I don't know what his deal is with the painted turtles. So there goes Susan, and then this is Ethel, and then this is Lucy. So then we have 3 yellow belly sliders and a painted turtle, 2 painted turtles, and 3 red-eared sliders, and then we're gonna have 1 more red-eared slider who's Norman, and Norman is psychotic. That's the only way I can describe it. I'll go get Norman. So here is Norman. Now, now I'm thinking about it, I've had Norman for quite a long time. I think that I've had him longer than I've had Pee-wee. So first it would have been Lewis, then him, then Pee-wee. Now this is a red-eared slider, but as you can maybe tell, it doesn't have red ears, and its belly is all black. Now, it's because this is a very old turtle. This is, I want to say somewhere between like 22 and like 24, I'd say, somewhere around that range. And that's because I was told that when I got it, it was around 21 to 22. So I feel like it's somewhere around there. Very old turtle, mean to everybody. You can see his mouth there. Mean to me, especially. Would bite this shirt like that. But it's not just that. He's especially mean to turtles. And he's just a big brute. You'd think he'd want to mate with turtles. No. I've tried to put him around Pee-wee, and even on the ground, he'll chase after and try to bite her. So you saw all 9 of those turtles in there. None of them were trying to hurt one another, even though they really don't like each other. He would try to hurt them even on land, which is why I call him psychotic, because they can't eat unless they're in the water. So that he's literally just wants to kill everybody. So he has this little area. Now, this looks really small, but obviously it goes back there and it goes down quite a lot. So it really is not the biggest area. And I should probably provide it for the little baby turtles or something, but I'm going to go ahead and put Norman in here. Now, Norman's in a 75-gallon inside, and I feel like this is worth it purely for the fact that it's nice, good UVB outside, which is very needed for these turtles. And his shell actually looks like surprisingly all right, considering I don't think he got UVB until I got him, so that's pretty insane. Yeah, he's going to be kept in a smaller area, but that is only because... Okay, sorry for ending so abruptly there, but it has come to my attention that there has been a breach, which wouldn't be that much of a problem, but like I was saying, Norman is a psychopath. He's literally, I think that he would kill other turtles. So this system has to be very tight, and I believe that his egg crate piece, his egg crate light diffuser piece, is very tightly in there. No turtle is going to be able to get around. Now, I didn't realize that this piece, because this stock tank bows out on both sides a little bit when it's filled with water, this piece is actually open a little bit on both sides, big enough for these little turtles to get through. Now, I wasn't sure that they'd be able to get through, but after going down and feeling down there, they definitely can. And that's why I stopped so abruptly, is because I looked in and I could see the bigger Midland painted turtle in this enclosure, which is not only a problem because Lewis is going to get him, but also because I definitely do not want him anywhere near Norman. And basically, to sum that up, I need to place new pieces of egg crate, 2 smaller pieces that just go all the way up against the sides to make sure that we don't have any trouble with that, because I don't want any turtles getting hurt from other turtles. So that's why I have the babies over here, farthest away from Norman, and then none of these turtles. I went ahead and got all the turtles out of both of these 2 enclosures. Norman's still in there, Pee-wee's still in there, but I just wanted to make sure that these guys, they definitely cannot get too close to Norman. They can't stick their heads through the egg crate. They can't do anything like that, so they're going to be all good like this. So I'm going to go ahead and go get some egg crate, cut it, and zip tie it on to make sure that these little guys can't get into this enclosure. Okay, I corrected it. I just used some egg crate light diffuser. I had a lot left over from building these 2 things, and I just connected extra pieces on to adjust to the size of where it bowed out and whatnot, because it's not, as you can see from the outside, it's not flat, which is pretty annoying actually, especially since I'm working with water here. A lot of things with working with turtles, if you're working on a setup that's already set up, you're gonna have to get in. So yeah, this wasn't exactly comfortable, but I got them in, so hopefully they should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these guys and release them out here into the bigger area, and then I will take these guys and I'll put them in here. So then I'm gonna sit out here and watch them for a little while, but I shouldn't have to worry about it. I mean, I like the painted turtles, or the painted turtle found that spot in like a couple minutes, like less than 10 minutes. So if it's gonna happen again, it'll probably happen pretty soon. So I'm gonna come out here and watch them for a little while. But Pee-wee's been doing well. She's been in here. I haven't seen Norman. I think he's just sitting at the bottom. That's normally what he does anyway. But as you can see, they seem to be doing just fine out here, even though it is a little bit colder. So I moved out the 10 turtles into the pond, and they are all doing well. If you were wondering, I waited till it was about 50s at night to move these guys out, like consistently 50s at night. And the reason that I let it be so cold is because I have a large heater in here, and it keeps it warm for not only the fish, because I moved out the fish before I moved the turtles, and also the turtles. So at nighttime when they weren't basking, I didn't really have to worry as much about temperature, but I also wanted it to get like 60s to 70s during the day, so then they could get up and bask, and once they get all that sunlight, then they would really do well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments, concerns, comments below, and if you want more content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day.